can't see a damn thing. This is great.
I think you're in there. You might have to just push over a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, you're in.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm all in. Hit.
We're all in. Is Murray, are you in there? No, your head's not
I
really.
think your head is a bit cut off.
Might have to tilt it up a little.
Yeah, why not?
I can't see.
Should we scoot over a bit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you can.
This is brilliant. Right.
Oh yeah.
That looks somewhat cute.
Oh yeah, cool.
It's really okay if I keep sitting there. I feel like I'm in the
You're
I
not-
don't want to be
You're
there.
not in the picture.
We barely are, sorry. Yeah, I think that looks good. Hey guys, I'm Vanessa from House in the Sand. Today I'm in boiling hot Stuttgart, it's lovely, and I'm here with Scenic Route To Alaska. So how are you guys?
Doing well, thank you
Yeah,
very
cooking.
much.
Welcome to this.
Yeah, we are. We are
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah, so you've just told me you've been on the road for really long now.
For 11, yeah, we've been on the road for 11 weeks. We put out a new record, Tough Luck, on
Great.
March 7th, and that was the day we left our home of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and we haven't really been back since. So.
Incredible. So what's the experience like? Is it a lot of fun or is it really exhausting?
It's both.
Be honest, yeah.
Yeah, it's you grind away on the road, and you sleep in weird places, and you don't get
Yeah.
much sleep.
Right.
Probably drink too much. But you'd have pretty amazing experiences, like hanging out in Stuttgart.
And
Exactly.
this is a pretty good moment right now.
Melting away.
Cold beer, hot day. This is great.
Perfect. Glad you're happy. So yeah, you spent a lot of time in the car. Do you have a little tour playlist? Any artists you listen to and want to give a shout out maybe?
Yeah, we try to keep it fresh, just so that we don't
Okay.
lose our minds entirely.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think some of the highlights from this tour have been, there's a guy named Chris Staples out of the United States. We discovered him on this tour, and we've been listening to a lot of that. It's very chill, calming music, like good melodies. It's great for driving, so I think that helps a lot.
Perfect.
What else we've been listening to?
Big Thief is what we've been listening to.
Adrian, the girl from Big Thief, Adrian Lanker, we started listening to her solo stuff before Big Thief was a thing, and that's really cool.
Amazing.
It's really great.
Cool, that's a good shout.
Anything else? Today was Bowie. We were listening to
Oh, yeah.
Bowie
Brilliant.
today.
That's
Lots
a
of the
good
classics.
choice.
Yeah.
That's a good choice, yeah, absolutely. So your band name has been inspired by an actual road sign, right?
Yeah.
Are there any road signs you've come across in Germany that might be the alternative band name?
That's a good question.
We can't pronounce many of them. I don't
blame
think.
you.
But even when we were just at an Airbnb for a couple days, and it was in a place called Prischenstraat,
Yeah.
and there was a sign going into the town that said Prischenstraat Romantisch.
Oh wow. That is,
Maybe that means romantic
It does.
romantic wine country. I'm not sure what it actually translates.
Yeah, is it in the south of Germany, right?
Yeah, it's nearby.
Probably
It's
wine.
2 hours from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, wine. Absolutely. That's cool.
So no, yes and no. I don't think so.
Okay, I guess we'll work on that.
Kinda close.
You're good for now.
We're open
Yeah.
to suggestions.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the people in the comments can do that.
Sure.
That would be interesting. So yeah, your days off, what do they consist of? Are they just really chill, or do you
It's
go out?
been a mix. Some days are really chill. Some days we try to be tourists.
Yeah.
At the start of the European part of the tour, our first days off, we actually went to Denmark to watch an ice hockey tournament.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Because Canada was playing against Germany there, so I figured we'd go up.
Nice
yeah.
one.
Yeah, it was our one day off, and we drove like an extra 8 hours. And
That's dedication.
yeah, well, it was stereotypical, but we do love hockey. We all grew up playing ice hockey, and we got to go celebrate the Canadian team whenever we can.
Cool. Sounds great. Are there any series you watch on your days off, maybe?
Like
that might even
Netflix kind of thing.
That sort of thing? Or any guilty pleasures? I know I have.
We've all been playing a bunch of like weird games on our phones and kind of like competing with who can do the coolest stuff, but
Right.
that's not very cool, so we don't need to
I
explain
haven't
that.
watched a lot of TV.
No, we haven't really watched
Yeah.
it.
What? I watched Wild Wild Country,
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
which is about that cult in the States. That was really
Wow,
interesting,
that
actually.
sounds
That's,
intense.
What did we watch? What did we watch last night? What movie?
Toy
Story 3.
Toy Story 3, actually,
At
yeah.
the Airbnb, they
And we
had,
watched Ratatouille.
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, that was very chill days off.
If you ever need some 80s vibes, go for the Golden Girls.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like brilliant comedy.
Is that with Betty?
Betty White.
Betty White.
Yeah, I haven't seen
I
any of that,
adore
but
that woman.
She's hilarious.
And she's still going.
She's
It's great.
badass.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I've seen you've done a TV performance in Berlin, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? Was it your first time?
it was our first time. We've done some stuff kind of like that back in Canada, but it was our first time in Germany, and it was for ZDF.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
That's it.
And so it was cool.
Very
It was quite the production. Like we were there pretty early, and they did our makeup, and they did like a bunch of dress rehearsals for the camera, and we kind of live our lives in this continuous state of ignorance, I guess, is the way to say, where we show up to the next day without expectations, and we just like to take it as it comes. And
Sure.
that was cool because we just had no idea what to expect. And all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, there'll be like, you know, 1 million people watching this, and
No
it was,
biggie.
and everyone, even like leading up to us playing, they're all just doing segments and speaking in German, and it's kind of one of those things where it's so fun to be there and have no idea what's going on, and then they're like, okay, play, and you're like, okay, and then you do it.
Okay.
And then we watched ourselves at, 'cause they tape it earlier, and then we went back to our label, the guy who runs the label, and we watched it with him, and it was pretty cool to see ourselves on German TV. I gotta say.
Amazing. Yeah. So what does it feel like to play for an audience that doesn't exactly know you guys?
Doesn't
Is that a bit weird?
It is.
Or is
It's
it challenging, I want to say?
Yeah, we've gotten used to it over the years.
Okay.
We've played in a lot of different places with, you know, little expectation for people knowing who we are, but which maybe that sounds a little sad, but no, I don't. It's always exciting, you know. You always use it as a challenge, and I mean, we love what we do. We love the songs that we write, and we're always excited to share it with people.
Perfect. I
Yeah.
think that's a good mindset, isn't it?
I think for all of us, just our favorite part of every day is just making noise, and so if people are there, that's a bonus. But we just kind of want to show up and play music.
We'll do it either way.
Yeah. Either way, we're making
That's,
noise.
that's all we can ask for. I don't want to get too pessimistic, but are there any challenges you face as musicians? You know, because we all have them.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there anything that where you go just like, oh, wish that wasn't the case?
I think so. I mean, for ourselves, it's always just this constant struggle of trying to figure out where to be and where to invest your time and where to be playing. And this is our 5th time over in Europe, and we love it. It's so beautiful. It's like, if we could, maybe we would just come and live over here, but we got to still focus on Canada and the United States. And we were in Australia in November too, so we're trying to cover as much ground as possible. But
That's a lot of traveling.
yeah, I think that, and then that kind of leads into like the only challenges I think that I personally face is just that day-to-day sitting in a van for 8 hours and how to not really get cabin fever, and there's a lot of ways around it. I think, you know, reading books, listening to podcasts, checking out different music, but sometimes it's hard to keep reinvigorating yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you kind of just wish you were at home. But
I bet.
We all get a little homesick
Yeah.
doing what we love to do, you know.
Yeah.
And that you got to sometimes give into those emotions, or else if you bury them down, then I think it's not that healthy.
Exactly. That's quite curious. So you've met when you all were kids, right?
Yeah.
Do you think growing up together has some kind of impact on your music and your creative process, maybe?
For sure.
Yeah.
I think it's made it so that it's very organic, and we're all kind of like brothers at this point, so there's not a lot of like battling for creative control, or, you know, we really kind of let each other do what they want to do, and we can be really honest with each other, so I think it just makes everything flow really easily, and it makes it so that we don't want to kill each other after a 3-month tour.
Brilliant.
Which is
Yeah.
always a good thing.
For
Yeah.
the last 2 years, before we actually had to move out of the house before this tour, but we all lived together as well.
Wow.
So it's pretty intense because we've been traveling the world touring around, and then we get home literally under the same roof, and then we go to our rooms for like 10 minutes each, and then we'd be like, okay, who wants to play video games now?
Brilliant.
Let's hang out. But yeah,
That's really cool.
I've known Murray since I was 5 years old, and Shay we met when we were 10, so it's all pretty.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Wow.
Brilliant.
And we're only like 15 and 16 now.
Absolutely, that's what I would have guessed. Do you guys remember the first songs you learned to play on your instruments?
Yeah, actually.
Brilliant.
Well, we have like there was a moment because we jammed together, even though we really didn't know how to play songs
We didn't know how to
at all.
jam, really.
And I remember there was a moment my dad ran downstairs because, you know, we finally played a song, and we were doing it, and
He heard real notes.
He was like, I can't believe it, they're actually playing a song, and so we actually have footage of the first time we made noise, and that was Cosmic Dancer by T-Rex.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
a funky choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the first bass line I ever learned was Boris the Spider by The Who.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really good
That's
one.
a classic.
What's the
Yeah.
bass on that?
Doom, 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 doom.
No.
Yeah.
Perfect. You still got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
still got it.
Still got it.
Cool. Your latest record has been out for a few months now. So now that it's lived with you guys for a bit, how do you feel about it? What does it feel like to play it every night?
It's, you know, you'd think that it gets old, but it doesn't. And that's probably because this is our 5th record that we put out, so we kind of like to make new music and then just go tour the heck out of it and beat it to death. But right now I really enjoy playing all these songs and all these new songs, especially because our set list now is like 8 new songs, and then we can just choose our favorite of our old songs too and throw those in there. So I feel like it's very satisfying, and we've had a good response from people, and it seems like the album as a whole people have really enjoyed it a lot, which is, I like that. It kind of tells one similar theme, one story, so it's nice that people get on board.
Cool. Yeah. Amazing. So I think to wrap things up, so we've built a house in the sand. It's like a little pun. If we could build a house anywhere in the world, where would you build it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, anywhere.
Anywhere in the world. I've never been to New Zealand, but I feel like from what I've heard from people and what I've seen, I think maybe I'd build a house in the sand in New Zealand.
Perfect.
I think I might do Vancouver Island. Stay in Canada.
Classy.
Vancouver Island is really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I need to have something. I need to have a little bit of cold. I find when I go back to Canada, it needs to be. I love feeling that like bitter air. Like,
The hockey rinks freeze over.
I need to have the
escape.
hockey rinks.
I also like Norway a lot. I could do Norway.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I could do somewhere in the Rocky Mountains in Canada.
Great choices.
Yeah. Still Canadian boys at heart.
This is like the 1111th week on tour, so I'm home.
And we're
Home feels really nice.
If you would have
right
asked us on the first week, we probably would have said space. Yeah.
Well, that does it for now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to have this little chat.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give a little thumbs up and subscribe. There's going to be a little button somewhere around here.
Sweet.
You'll find it. Cool. Thank you
Great.
so much. See you next time.
Just beta.
Bye.